Good evening everyone, welcome to another tournament stream. Today we are streaming, technically the fourth, but like the second day of the second tournament. It's like very vague and everything, but yeah. That is what we'll be streaming today. I'll take you straight to my garage. That is what it looks like. And basically we're waiting for a room invite now. It should be up in a few minutes. Basically, there's a whole bunch of tournaments happening this September, and they're all in two parts. Like Saturday, you have one round, and then Sunday, the second round, which is today. And on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you have the same thing. So that's a lot of tournament days for people, but Wargaming asked us to stream only the second day, so that is what we are doing as streamers. Now, right now, I will be streaming Win versus Ivy, followed by Legion throughout the bracket. And I'm actually attached to the bracket this time, so I will be streaming up to and including the finals. And you have Wild Ones Helper, who is streaming Veil versus Tra, and then Immor for the rest. And then you have Every Good Neighbor Steak streaming Demo versus Alert, and I'm following EG. And then you have Fugit, who is the reward stream if you're watching through the portal. And he is streaming Phoenix versus Tercios Españoles. And after that he will be following Loca and or Raid. So it's going to be great fun. And overall, lots of fun matches to choose from. So definitely choose the streamer that you prefer to watch the most. And we're just going to have fun with it. I've got a whole bunch of replays lined up for in-between matches. Because as you should know by now, I can't play PC to save my life. So I'm not even going to try and do that. And I'll just fill your time with replays. And since I'm I can no longer be knocked out, I won't be hooking up my iPad to play either. Maybe later on if I have a coin stream or whatever, I don't know yet. But we'll see. Like I said, we'll just have fun with it. We see Ivy arriving, even though one guy does not have a clan tag, but it's probably a game glitch. And yeah. We're still pretty early in the tournament, so not much is happening yet, score-wise. Anything can happen still. This is only the second part of the tournament, and we still have a few weeks to go. So we'll just have to be patient and see how things develop, because it can be highly interesting later on when the cup scores are basically more defined, let's put it that way. And yeah, it's always more interesting then, because then the pressure builds and people have to bring their A game more. Because right now it's just about, as long as you finish in the top 8 every single time in this these second parts of the tournament, so to speak, then you get into the top 8. But that is of course the tricky thing, you still have to get there. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing what is going to be happening in the upcoming few weeks. I keep saying that, it's definitely going to be interesting. So let's see, 3 minutes left to go before we go into the first match, and we are starting off on Hallis. Hallis looks like this. You have 3 bases, base A and B basically facing off against each other, and base C more removed, the med base. Overall, I much prefer the positioning around base C, but the thing is you can't neglect base A and B together, because they're relatively close together, and if you neglect them, that means that you basically give your enemy team the point advantage. There's a lot of lines of fire all across this map, and that makes it a peculiar map to play on. Last tournament season the camera was broken here, so I basically had like lawnmower camera, and I could literally not get to certain places because I couldn't rise up in the air. So I'm hoping that that is properly fixed now, and that will mean that we will have some fun games. So taking that away, 2 minutes left before we go into the actual game. I always keep checking OBS to make sure that everything is working as intended. And we see that Win is all present. Ivy is now also all present, even though Kipubu, I'm just gonna call him that, is not, does not wear his clan tag, but he should still be in the clan. And Win is almost all ready. There's a 5-minute delay on the stream, by the way, so no one can see anyone's lineup, but that also means that anything that you say in the chat means that I respond to it 5 minutes later. So generally I don't interact with the chat too much during these streams. But we'll just have fun with it, like I said. And now we see that Ivy has readied up in 4 IS4s, a mouse, a 140 and an E100. So that is a very heavy lineup. And on the other side we see potentially 2, well there you go, he readied up. 2 E5s, 2 Vigors, 2 IS4s and a 215B. So that's a much more mobile lineup, especially since the E5s have of course those speed boost fantasy consumables. I'm against them for a reason, but at the same time it has made the E5 much more competitive again. So that's one of the things that I do like about it. So let's see, 40 seconds left to go before we go into the first match. And then we'll see, it's only a best of 3, so basically the team that gets to 2 victories first is the one that is through to the next round and the other one is knocked out. And like I said, it's all about reaching the top 8. As long as you always reach the top 8, you will go through to the next stage of the whole tournament series. And Win is one of those clans, they are the underdogs, but they are so good and then they can pull magic out of their asses, and I really appreciate that because it makes their gameplay really fun to watch. So let's see, here we go into the first match of the evening. Dun 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 dun. Kabooboo not wearing clan tag here either. I'll check his profile after this actually just to see. Here we go. Win. Rambo wearing his yellow, his pink camo. We see some purple, lots of blues. And this one actually looks really fancy. Is that the graphite camo? Probably. So let's see what they're gonna do. And the camera is working and can actually fly up, so that's nice. I have no idea what they're saying. Kabooboo is speaking Russian and I don't speak Russian. So with the Vigors focusing on the base C side and most of Win spreading out quite nicely, whereas Ivy is sticking together like glue. And that can be an issue. 140 taking a bit of damage here. Vigors has been spotted, but they are sadly capping that base. And they are attempting to keep Win from capping base A, but Win has no interest in capping base A, and they still have the point advantage because they capped base C earlier than Ivy capped base B, even though they had so many tanks and the base was closer. Rambo has been spotted. Basically they're all down. Oof. Yacht. Basically they all have impronounceable names there, but he took a hit to the face there. Mr. Daddy Bear underneath the bridge, or maybe not. Ivy does not seem to be certain where they want to go, what they want to do. Kabooboo holding the 140, getting shot by athlete from north. Everyone on Win is finished, so they're all from north. Mr. Makalu is not looking all too healthy here, almost deleted. And he's not going to survive another reload. Unless he manages to hide very well behind the rocks. No, that is a lucky shot for Mr. Makalu, who survives to live another day. So now we have the E5s and the 215B moving in here. Now, oof! Athlete getting absolutely hammered here. Yacht taking another hit. Ollie taking a hit here now. And now we have Rambo moving in as well. They are not even interested in shooting the guys that are near them. They are focusing that E100 and he is gone. Now we have Lace that is moving into Mr. Makalu. Taking him out but losing a crap ton of HP while doing so. He is in a tough pickle here and he might actually not live to tell the tale. There he goes, he is taken out. Base B is being capped now. Basically, they are now focusing the IS-4 here. Kuma, up above, not focusing on the IS-4, focusing instead on Mr. Daddy Bear. Tokyo Pitbull Mercy being taken out, and now Ivy has only 3 guns left. It started off well. It was a push move by Ivy, but it didn't push on, and that is literally costing them the game. So now we only have Shopnik and Kabubu that are left. Ollie basically functioning as, well, shield here, quite literally, for both sides. And though Ollie might not survive this, this is definitely Win's game. And Ivy pretty much has no chance. Ollie might even survive this. If he manages, yes, he manages to survive this as Kabubu is blown up and his turret is even sent flying. And the first game is for Win. Hello everyone that is watching, by the way. Like I said, I'm streaming Win versus Ivy first, and after that I will be following Legion. But beautiful first game. Look at that damage. Lace had the least bit of damage, but he was vital in the push. And just the damage was quite nicely spread out. Very well done by Win. Beautiful game. 1.5 minutes left to go before we go into the second and potential last match of this matchup. Let's actually just see. He is literally not in a clan. I kind of wonder. I'm actually going to just quickly screenshot that, because I want to know what Wargaming thinks about that, because I believe that you have to be in a clan and that you have to stay in a clan. So just saving that. That is if my cutting program actually works with me here. And there we go. Saved it just in case there's any need for it. But we will see. 40 seconds left to go before we go into the second match. And we see Ivy that has read up with 1, 2, 3 IS4s this time. A mouse, 2 E5s and a VK9001P. Now, there is, I have to say, a reason that we don't see that tank being used in Clan Wars, and it's not because that tank is so great. And we see that Win has read it up with 2 E5s, 2 Vickers, 2 IS4s and a 215B. The same lineup as last game, but that worked out really well for them. And here we go. 7 seconds left before we go into the game. The second match of this best of 3. Come on, Win. And yes, I am biased. I play favorites. And especially since it's not a coin stream, I feel that I can. But like I said, I really enjoy watching Win play. Because they're generally not like doing the standard tactics, not taking the standard tanks. And they just make things interesting. So we see the figures again focusing on base C, and basically we see similar movements on both sides that we saw last match. Legion is not playing yet, that is why you're watching Win versus Ivy, but after that I will be streaming Legion. Rambo again taking a place here. Base C is being kept. Base B is not even being kept, but they're all basically now both bases are being kept. But they're all spotted, just crossing over. Shots are fired. Banani taking a bit of damage there, but so does Shotnik. Rambo peeking out quite aggressively, but getting away with it. Ooh, that did not pan. Shotnik not looking too healthy. Miko-chan needing to move. And basically, again, Ivy is playing quite aggressively, but they're not committing to a push. They're not really committing to anything. They're not holding because they're way too open for that. Shotnik is still attempting to cap the base, but only now giving up because he's just lost way too much HP. Kabubu not looking too healthy either. He actually pushed through the middle. He is literally surrounded by enemy tanks. And there goes Kabubu. Someone from north pulling back a little bit versus Jetched and Tokyo Pitbull Mercy. But they're not going to be long for this world either. Base B has finally been capped. But at this stage it doesn't even matter. Look at the difference. There's like a 5k HP difference. There's 2 guns advantage for Win. And Tokyo Pitbull Mercy is now... Well, he's not getting any mercy, to be honest. Makalu trying to help him, but there's no way he's going to survive this. Lace is just going in. Rambo is capping a base. No, he's leaving the base just to basically wreak havoc there. Athlete from North not looking too healthy. He is getting rammed. The ram does no damage because it was way too soft to ram, and now he's literally surrounded by tanks. Shotnik has been taken out. Rambo protecting Athlete there. Mr. Daddy Bear not looking too healthy. There he goes. And now we only have Makalu left in the VK 9001P, which, like I said, is not being chosen much in Clan Wars for a specific reason. And there he goes. And with a 7-0 win, takes home the match. Beautiful. It's just... I like games like this. Like, I mean, I like it when it's like all intense and everything, but this is just so smooth. And just the way that Win is like, we're just staying here, we're letting them push. Okay, let's push back, and it just all works out beautifully. So yeah. That is the first matchup of the evening. This is the tournament room bug that will be there completely the whole time, every time. And let's have a quick look how everyone else is doing. This is the final stage. Let's see. That team name though. So let's see. Actually, we're going to focus on Legion next. So that means that we have like 20 minutes before we get the next match. I'm just going to show you some replays in between then, because I actually have some Legion replays as well, so I'm going to be showing those, of course. But let's see, what have I got for you? I had a few games submitted to me that had me go like, what the F? Let's see. Let's start with this one then. In a Tiger 1. Well, to be fair, it is like clan related. I believe that you have to stay in the clan the whole time. So people leaving clans can definitely get people into trouble, yeah. Let's see. This is a tank I haven't driven in ages, to be honest. I prefer the Tiger P over the Tiger 1. In the meantime, Kiwi is dissing people left and right, but at the same time being like the main cheerleader for Legion as well. Let's see. He is pushing in. He is top tier, so then when you're driving a tank like a Tiger, you can basically just be a bully. You don't need to play nice. And there we go. And the reload on the Tiger 1 is really good. Nice. A little bit of armor too, which always helps. And another one. He really wants that VK up to the point that he's actually dropped down in order to get it. And he's not really aiming all that well here. I should say she actually, because this player is a she. I'm just so used to using he's here. But he's casually done quite a bit of damage already. So let's see. Don't spoiler, guys. Honestly, if you spoiler, I'm just gonna mute you. And then you will never be able to talk on my channel again. Which also means you can't enter giveaways and stuff, so yeah. Because that's actually a fun fact. We got a monthly allowance now at SCC, so we can basically just do a little bit of a giveaway every month. Or save up for a bigger giveaway later on. Which I think is really nice. There you go. Casual hit. His team is not doing too good though. Okay, no, he's not even AFK. He's just special. Another bounce. That is one. VK now in trouble. There we go. Let's see. And now we're entering a Kylo Benov situation. But the J Panther is basically a one-shot, which helps since he is not being careful at all and just casually driving into the line of fire. We have a Panther and we have T-43. So he just needs to be careful here. There you go, nice shot. Tiger has the reload, it has the armor, it can potentially do great work here. As long as he basically keeps his head. And they don't really get behind him all that much. It helps when they're driving into corpses. Those don't show up on the minimap and a lot of people get confused about that. That's basically my main weakness when driving in sniper mode. I don't see corpses. And those are the things I drive into. And there we go, now we only have the T-43 left. Yes, I agree, Cromwell. She's doing a great job. Beautiful game. Look at that damage though. I mean, this is tier 7. That is just insane. Block 2k damage as well. I mean, yes, top tier, but still. That is nuts. There we go. Very well done. Yeah, I can imagine that. Absolutely awesome. 5.2k damage in tier 7. Like, that is just insane. 1551 base XP, 6 kills. That is just bloody awesome. So let's see, what else have I got for you? I wish you could actually still see the tanks that people drive. Because honestly, I don't know. It would be a lot easier if we could see that, to be honest. Let's see, I have no idea what this is. It's a T92E1 game. So let's see. Oh, I do love this camo. This is a camo I want on all tanks. It's just bloody fantastic. Absolutely love it. It's just so colourful and bright and fun. It basically looks like you had a paintball battle. Or like just someone dumped a bunch of paint on you, and I love it. Casual hits, well done. Sherilyn putting back there. Let's see. There's an IS-8, but we can't really see him. E4 there though. And we saw a missile. And that is another casual hit. Let's see. Oh, I can't believe what I don't understand why people are like, yeah, play stock this, play stock that. I mean, you're literally setting yourself and your team back. Why would you drive anything stock? This is why I have gold to gold my crew and free XP my parts. Honestly, I'm really against playing sync stock. I understand that for some people there's no other choice really. But still. There you go, nice high roll. Let's see. He's playing it pretty patiently, but he also has a nice team to build on, to be honest. Which is definitely helpful. Oof, that bounce. Let's see. He has to be careful. And the enemy team has a base, which is one of the issues. Ooh. Oh, that band! That is nuts. There's a rock there. Some one-shots there, but he kind of needs to take out the Sheridan. And the Sheridan is a one-shot for him, so he can do this. Which he does. Well done. Kiwi, I have to ask, what gender do you think I am then? You actually met me. Oh, I still have the clock you gave me. It's so pretty. Near where Kiwi lives, there's this like beautiful fortress. And I've always asked for pictures and he knows I like that. So he's actually just giving me a clock off that fortress together with amber. Amber is a certain kind of stone. Oof. Tricky business here though. The E100 is not going to survive for long either, so he has to be careful. He can't afford to take another shot. There we go. He has to try to get as much damage into them as he can. Oh god, there he goes. There we go. So basically we have a 3-shot, a 2-shot and a 1-shot on the enemy team. And that is the tricky part. But also because they're nearly at 800 points already. Basically, see the question, why do you drive in sniper mode? But basically I have the first 4 lines that I went down were all TDs. And I literally just did not have to zoom out for them. And that is something that just, it worked out very well for me. I learned the maps differently, I learned the tanks differently. Where did he go? Dun 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 dun. I'm streaming the Legion boys. Ah! Oh, ow! Oh, poor guy. No, why I have to make it rude like that? 6.2k damage. Beautiful game. Very good decision making. And then you have this ass going easy. You have a 50% win rate. You lose as much as you win. Nothing in the game is easy to you, honestly. So let's see. In not too long, we will have another tournament room. In about 4 minutes, which means that I can't show you another replay. At least I'm not risking it, especially not with the tournament room invite bug. And I'm just going to be chatting to you guys in instead. No, that's not the one. This is the one that I wanted. Mercy is a known rigging clan, at least on the EU server. RU Mercy is different, but EU Mercy clan literally has their tunes, does countdowns, and then basically pushes people out into the line of fire of their teammates, of their friends, I should say. And then they basically wait until everyone else is dead, with their help, basically. And then they start shooting each other down until they're all one-shot, and then they decide who gets the kills and everything. So Mercy RU is fine, Mercy EU are riggers. Let's see. Well, we know how Win is doing. Who's Win up against next? They're up against Mercy. So let's see, what did Veil do? Veil is through to Soul to fight against souls. And then you have Loka versus Raid. That is what Fugit will be streaming. We have Immoral versus ASP. Let's see. EG. Honestly, I love the name. More game reasons. Basically, the servers have not exactly been all that stable. Let's put it that way. We have Innovation. We saw them last. I think it was Wednesday. It has to be Wednesday, honestly. They're up against Demo next. Basically, we have LC. They were up against EG. Yeah, there you go. So not all that much has happened yet. Only a few teams have been knocked out for now. And let's see. A few minutes left. Now that actually, let's have a look at what can people actually win with this. This is the cups that you can win. And the cups will decide whether or not you reach the top 8 or not. And you win a bunch of credits. This is unfortunately not what you win per person. This is what you win as team. So there's a lot less credits involved what you actually win. Hey Jono! Basically, now that I'm not having the coin stream and a lot of basically people watching through the portal, I do interact a bit more with the chat, I find. So that's all good. And we are just waiting for the room invite, which should be up in about a minute. Just look at this tank though. This is the camo that I got for having my press account for years and years. But it does look pretty nifty. I'm not gonna lie, it looks awesome. So let's see. We met at Tankfest, Toonsy. Tankfest, basically big giant tank event in England, the UK I should say, at the Tank Museum in Bovington, and it's just great fun. And Kimi's brother's in my clan, and he's absolutely fantastic, great guy. Really adore him. Basically I adore pretty much everyone in my clan, to be honest. But yeah, it's just great fun. And there's Jochen. It's actually really fun to see the chat like this. Oh, Toonsy, don't say simple. Look, you're just jealous that I like Kiwi. Just gonna have to say that. So let's see, no room invite yet, but it should be up any moment now. I'm just waiting for that. This is, by the way, my favorite tank in the game since they removed the cupola on the E5. And I'm just so happy that they added this tank because it's fantastic. It's like the E5, but then with the cupola. And I like tanks with cupolas, not all of them, because the cupola on the AMX 30B, for instance, is like ginormous. But cupolas and I get along because I'm constantly in sniper mode. When I look, my turret turns, so basically I'm wiggling my turret the whole time, and that is basically the great strength of a cupola. It means you bounce a lot. So, 4.5 minutes left to go before we go into the first match of this best of 3. Legion versus Kraken S. And it will be interesting, by the way, Juicy is also streaming the Legion matches, but he's streaming them from a player's perspective, so that is very different to the way I see things. Quite literally, the way I see things. But yeah, it'll be fun. But let's see, we are starting it off on Black Goldfield, which looks like this. You have 3 bases, one of the older maps in the whole lineup here. Basically, base B in the middle, pretty open for everything. And you have base A, which is considered the map base. Base C considered a heavy base because of the locations. It is an interesting map because there's so many lines of fire into the other side of the map, and that is something I really enjoy. So that is the map that we are going to be going to in about 3.5 minutes. And Legion is completely here. It's Object 3, NG, Juicy, Radicos, Thomas, Whoopsie, and Zerd. Zerd, of course, the old team captain of the RTK team that I have followed a lot in the past. Great to see him in this team. In the middle, we see Eggy, VIP, and Vanessa Kate. Honestly, I don't know who VIP is much. Looks like a bit of a new name to me, but yeah. And 3 minutes left before we go into the actual game. Legion has completely readied up with a 2680 T22 medium, 2 IS4s, and 3 E5s. Now, the funny thing is that the E6 is not as competitive as the E5 because people at this level of gameplay, when you get to tournaments and everything, know how to aim, and of course the fantasy consumables help with the E5 and everything. I personally prefer to drive the E6, but I do very much understand that for a tournament, when you're up against people that are coordinating together, but are also generally really pro, the E5 will work a lot better. So let's see. Kraken has ready up with a Vickers Light, 2 E5s, an E3, a 268, and 2 T22 mediums. So in effect, they have a more mobile lineup and bigger guns, but Legion has more all-rounders, which I think generally can work better on this map. But we will have to wait and see what happens. 2 minutes left to go before we go into the match. Dun 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 dun. And in the meantime, I am getting some rewards for watching the stream on my iPad. I just have it running in the background with the sound muted. Also to give Fugit the view, because definitely he deserves it. He's a great guy. And give him a sub. 1.5 minutes left to go before we go into the actual game. Stream health looking good. And basically, we just have to wait a tiny little bit before we go actually into the game. This is always the boring part. I understand that you need more time when you get into the room at first, and that 5 minutes is a good time, but it's kind of boring to have to wait 5 minutes. It would just be great if you could just have like a button where you could press like, we are definitely ready. And then when both teams have clicked it, you just go into battle. But hey, at least we only have 1 minute left to go before we go into the match. Best of 3, like I said, so first team that reaches 2 victories is the one that wins the match and goes on to the next round. And then we will, actually I am attached to a bracket rather than the team, so I will be streaming up to and including the finals. I'm not sure if anyone is getting the 3rd place match, because that's the only thing that I would like, because right now I believe that all 4 streamers will eventually stream the the finals for today. And yes, Kamenet85 is a press account, and that is also why you can't find it, because you can't see the stats and everything. But that's also why I use it to stream, because it means that I don't have to respond to messages, don't get friend requests and tune requests and all of that. 5 seconds left before we go into the match. The first match of this best of 3. Here we go. Let's see. Noob Geekbite just said Amanat loved Misi and Fizzy the most. Now actually I love Nuno the most. He's my top favorite, but I do love both of them very much, to be honest. So let's see, Legion splitting up a little bit, going a bit towards the middle, a bit towards Space C, and having a spotter near A. NG, expecting people to be there, knowing that people are going to be there, knowing that there's going to be multiple people there, and he's just spotting them, getting 1 hit in. He is reverse side scraping here. That is something I will freely admit I've never been able to do. And he is getting the hits in, even though, oof, them bounces though. I mean, they kept the base, but look at that. He just got the shots in. Just reverse side scraping, and he didn't get any damage in turn. That is just beautiful. In the meantime, Legion has capped base B and C, so that means that Legion has a definite advantage here. But it also means that Whoopsie has to be careful not to get rushed. He has NG behind him though, so he's not all alone. Whoops gets a hit, but he gives a hit in turn. And we have Kraken as holding around base A. We have Adamantly rushing a bit forwards here. Whoops holding. But now they're just being careful. And this is basically Legion's strength. Unlike that over the years, and this has been the process of years, Legion has become so much more patient in their gameplay, and it just makes for much more beautiful gameplay. Juicy holding in the middle, holding base B, but also being careful of that E3 there. He is looking up and over just to make sure that they can see where everyone is at. Tahoe holding the bush there. Shogun crossing over, having been spotted there, but now unspotted. And Juicy holding. Zerd also in a holding position. Basically, we have people in the middle of the map for Legion that are basically just there to spot. They're not there to actually engage. Quinoa taking it there. Radikos is at the back. Adamantly now going to spot this side of the map, and that can potentially go very, very wrong for him. No, he's hiding behind the building right now. French Baguette moving forwards a little bit. But now Legion is already at 835 points. Basically, Kraken has to make a move, and they have to make it fast if they want to win this game. 870, 808. Basically, the points are just racking up quite quickly. Juicy taking it here. Tahoe taking it in turn as well. Base B is being kept, but unless they also manage to take base C, which is not, they're not making a move for that. They are not looking to be winning this match. There we go. Juicy's taking out Bobby on 950 points. And basically, base C is completely uncontested by Kraken. And now, with Shogun being taken out, Legion has the first match. Whoops is getting hit left and right and losing a lot of HP, but at this stage it doesn't matter anymore. So that is the first match. Most people have survived this game. Legion playing it by points and bases. And taking it home, focusing on the two bases rather than the one base as Kraken did. Working out very well for them. 1.5 minutes left to go before we go into the second match of this best of 3. And we see that Legion is running up with the 268, a T22 medium, 2 IS-4s, 2 E5s, and potentially a Sheridan, but we don't know for sure. No, he's going for with Vickers instead. And on the other side, we see 1 Vickers, 2 E5s, an E3, 268, and 2 T22 mediums, assuming the, well, now 4 in the middle actually keep the tanks that they have. But we see some changing out happening. Let's see. There we go. But still, 2 E5s lineup hasn't changed. Assuming they already up, they still have 50 seconds left to go before that though, so that's plenty of time. And there we go, E3 has been changed for an E5. I think that's a good call because basically Kraken couldn't move enough. And with an extra E5 you do get more mobility in your team. Here we go, everyone's readied up. Half a minute left to go before we go into the game. And then we see what happens. Basically, Kamanet 85 is just a wordplay on Amanet 85 with the C from community contributor, but also Camonet, as it sounds like a camo net. Basically, it's just a word pun. I've named all my press accounts Camonet. So let's see, here we go. The second match in the best of 3, potentially the last match of this matchup. Let's see. Oh, VC, okay. So that's good. Not really. So we see similar things happening to as what happened last time. Kraken again focusing on the base A side. Whoops, and the Vic is going to the middle. Not getting spotted yet though, but he has to be careful. There you go, Vickers and Vickers spotting each other. Oh, 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 both teams. Both Vickers getting hit badly there. Radicals now in the middle, together with Thomas. Angie losing quite a bit of HP. Zerd not capping the base. Angie losing more HP there. Whoops now moving in. Capping the base. Juicy taking a bit of a hit. They are noticing that Quinoa is on his own. And they are moving in. But they have to be careful. They have to preserve their HP. Whoops, losing too much HP there. He has to stay alive. Shogun is moving in. Quinoa is almost gone. Basically, Angie needing help there. Or at least going to help. Object 3. Quinoa still alive. Thomas almost gone. And there he goes. This push not quite going as expected for Legion. But there goes Quinoa and Shogun. Whoops is still alive. Raffle not looking too healthy. Zerd not looking too healthy either though. Oof, and Zerd gets taken out before we can take out Raffle. Basically, both teams have lost 2 guns right now. Juicy's not looking too healthy versus some very healthy tanks here. Radicals, knowing he is next in line, is pulling back up. But Legion is in a tough pickle here. Whoopsie is still alive, if barely. Radicals losing a lot of HP and shooting the ground there, which is not going to be helpful. Basically, Radicals is now Object 3 taking out the Vickers. But they have to be careful. Tehout also taking it out. He's 3 versus 2, but Whoops almost has no HP left. Angie not looking too healthy either. They could just run around and cap the bases though. Base B is being taken. They have to be so careful here. They can't afford to lose those guns. Angie in the middle. Radicals. Whoopsie running off. Radicals holding. And now we have Whoopsie potentially moving towards base A. But they have to be careful. I'm not sure what's happening with Angie. He's not AFK. I think he's attempting to help Radicals should he get rushed. Whoops now taking base A. Radicals having to be careful. Now they're in trouble though. Radicals. Oof. There we go. Now there's just 1 tank left. We have Radicals going down with him. Oh, that miss! That is a very vital miss there. So many low HP tanks, but with them dividing his attention, making him switch targets, Legion takes it home. This did nearly go very, very wrong for Legion, but it worked very well. I love the way that they just, in the end, Radicals basically worked as bait. And that miss shot basically cost Kraken the game here. Them rushing Radicals and Angie behind there. That just worked beautifully. Lovely, lovely game. So, that is Legion through to the next round. Do we know who we're up against? We're up against Appa. In about 20 minutes thereabouts. So let's see, who else do we have left? Do we know? How is Souls doing? They're still going. So let's watch a replay or two before we go back to look at the bracket. Don't spoil it, guys. There's a 5-minute delay. Remember that, please. Honestly, I understand your enthusiasm. The games were absolutely great, and you will hear that in my commentary as well, but don't spoil it. I don't want to mute you on my channel. But let's see. Like I said, some replays. What else have I got for you? Let's go for a Legion replay now, shall we? In the Löwe. I've been driving the Löwe today. Needed to get kills in it soon, and my teammate wanted to play tier 8, so I drove the Löwe. Great credit machine. Pretty OP tank. Let's see. This is, to be honest, if you need a tier 8 premium tank, this would be the one that I advise. Of the ones that are easily available, I should say. I mean, there's more OP tanks around, but the Löwe is just beautiful. And it works really well, and it prints credits like no tomorrow. So let's see what it's going to do with it. I really miss the old mines. I would love it if they rotated the old maps. Like, I mean the really old maps. When you had, like, the very different mines and you had old oasis palms and all of that. Just old mines. Even if it's just like an event, but just like rotate that. There you go. Oof. T-34-2 is in a really annoying position there. No, he's not actually getting many shots in. He's not getting shot. Well, he's getting shot at, but he's not being penned. But still. Oof, no idea how that happened, honestly. There you go, another shot into the Pentagon 10. They kind of have to push, but at the same time they need to be careful not to push too much. There you go. Taking the time to aim does absolute wonders. Let's see. He and this VK are not getting along well. Oof. His team is suddenly being destroyed. He has to be careful not to get T49 because that can be very, very painful. Nice. I mean, he is getting a bit lucky with the bounces here, but still it's working. And I suppose that's all that matters. Oof. He does take a hit there, but not that big a hit. Good evening, dwarf. Or good morning, dwarf. Two people left. There you go. That's the risk you have to take in order to take the gun out, because that gun is very dangerous. He does have a nice rock here, but he has to be careful. The T-34 too. It has at least vacated the spot from before. Let's see. So now he has to be careful. Force is at least working with him. There you go. With 5k damage into it. Dun 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 dun. And there goes the IS-8. No, you don't say. He does take a hit there. Oof. Force is going to get up behind him though, so unless he moves forward very, very fast. Oof. Force is gonna pound this though. I mean, this is not the brightest day, Max. There you go. But that is a beautiful game in the lobby. Basically shows its full potential, but look at this, 6.1k damage into rate. These damage games are just insane and they're getting more and more insane by the day. 1672 basic speed into rate. Wow. Beautiful. So let's see. I have time to show you one more replay. So let's see, what do we want to show you? I'm going to show you, I have no idea what this is. This is, you can't see the tanks anymore with the replay, so I honestly don't know what I'm showing. Okay, apparently I'm showing you this. Curious to see how this will work out. Let's see. Do absolutely love this tank, to be honest. Really glad I have it. It's very mobile. Basically anyone can sneeze on it and you die, but it's very mobile. It's got a big gun. And it just works very nicely. Yeah, Jochen, I am. Oh, that's the joy of 5 minutes a day, I suppose. He doesn't know that I am. No, he's not gonna go forward. Oh, he is gonna go forwards? No. Can't be that stupid. Never mind, I take my words back. He can be. Aww. It's no fun if they if they go to places where you can't shoot them. I mean, he is being very careful. He's playing way more defensively than I would, to be honest. There you go. Kapoof. I know that's not what he's actually saying, but it's a really funny sound. Oof, you have a friend over here. Take out that AMX. There you go. Kapoof. Oh, that is a nice bounce. Lucky bounce, but still a very nice bounce. Let's see. His steam is evaporating pretty quickly here. There we go. That's helpful. This is a tricky thing to do. HE is great and all, but this is basically the result of that. And that is very dangerous. And to those watching the stream, listen to my mods. They're asking you basically to speak English because they can actually understand then what you're saying. Which is a good thing. 4v4 now. Comet is not happy. He has to make a move at some point though. Jochen, you're playing very hesitant here. There we go. Oof, so just took someone out. Okay, so that's someone basically honking their horn outside. There you go. 3v3. We know where the AMX is, just not everyone else. And this team is not looking too healthy here. Let's see. Oof, nice one. So there's one teammate left, and he kind of needs them. There we go. 2 teammates left. That's a more direct approach than I would take, honestly. See. Jochen, the only thing that is frustrating to watch you play is the fact that you're playing very hesitantly. Let's see. There we go, well done. Something something Russian, no idea. 4k damage, nice ace. And it's a Raz. Wasn't even paying attention to that. Nice Raz. But still, very hesitant gameplay. To be honest, that is always the kind of gameplay. It frustrates me to watch because I'm like, just move, just move. But yeah. Look at my E-sticks. Looks beautiful in anything. Still great game though. Hello everyone that's watching. The room invite should be up in a few minutes. I'm not going to go into another game. And basically, yeah, this is my press account, which means it's not my, like, real account. This is a Wargamers account and they can take it away at any time. I do not have this amount of free XP or gold. I would love to have it, but I don't. So let's see. In the meantime, my whole body's protesting. Everything hurts. Oh my god. But hey, at least we're getting good games here. And I truly enjoy that. So let's see. How is the rest doing? We have Legion versus Appa. We have EG versus Veil. We have Imor. If it loads, that would help. Imor versus Win. And then we have Raid versus Innovation. Jochen just seen the start of his replay. So let's see. Those are the teams that are left. Like I said, you just have to focus on getting the top 8. As long as you get to the top 8 consecutively every tournament, you will get into the top 8 with the next stages of the whole tournament thing. Now the thing is that if you talk in a different language, my moderators do not understand what you're saying. So it's actually very helpful to just talk English, and my moderators do have the permission to mute people that refuse to speak English. That's not because I want to be unfair to people that speak different languages, but it just has to be moderated. And for all we know, you're basically saying all kinds of cuss words and everything. So as long as if there's a mod online that is actually speaking the language that you're speaking, it's all good by me. But as long as there isn't, English is the way to go. So yeah. Let's see, room invite should be up any moment now. And then we'll see. I need to pimp this tank more on my main account, honestly. It just looks so pretty in so many different kind of camos. I mean, even this, it just looks nice. It can handle it. Other than that, we are literally waiting now, and I'm running out of things to talk about, honestly. And we just have to be a bit patient. This is generally, the whole gold box thing is really funny, because there's no point in having it on my press account. I don't play here. I literally got the box for spectating a tournament match. Nope. Denied. Four and a half minutes left to go. And then we see the first match of this best of 3. We are going on to Alpenstadt. Alpenstadt looks like this. Yeah, 3 bases. Base B in the middle of the town. Base C all the way to the lower right corner. And base A more to the upper part of the map, and consider the map base. Basically, I really like this map because it's not as predictable. At the same time, because we know where the campers are and everything, there's quite a factor of predictability to the map as well. But it is pretty versatile, and you can make things work with pretty heavy lineups, but also with pretty mobile lineups. So it will be interesting to see what these teams are going to take, and basically what they're going to do with it. Because that's the thing. That is the main thing that I love about streaming tournaments. The fact that this is the game at its full potential. This is what happens when you have 7 teammates that are coordinating together, that are going places together. They can do literally anything and everything they want with any lineup that they want, because they're working together. And you don't see that in pub battles, there you go, obviously. And that just makes the tournament so much more fun. Less than 3 minutes left to go now. Legion is completely present. And we see 4 E5s, an IS-4, a T22 medium, and a Vickers. Oh, this is funny. Sorry, I find it funny. The Wolf Slayer just said, I'm not sounding fit as always. Thing is, I'm anything but fit. I'm honestly not entirely certain how if I want to make it, but I have been considering making a video just to explain what has been happening and why I haven't been uploading and everything. It is pretty personal stuff, so that's why I'm not entirely certain whether I should or not. In the meantime, I just got a PM on Discord from Ninja saying that he got chat banned, so he can't actually he can't say hi. He always says hi, and he's really friendly. He's my favorite person in APA, honestly. He's really nice. But yeah, he can't say hi because he's chat banned. Oof. 1 minute and 38 seconds left before we go into the first match of this best of 3 still. Let's see. And there we go. APA has finished readying up in a T22 medium, 2 E5s, 2 mice, and 2 IS4s. That is a very heavy lineup. I mean, the E5s can get around places, and the T22 of course as well, but when you compare it to the 4 E5s and the 2 T22 mediums, with only basically the slowest tank in Legion's lineup is the IS4, so that's going to be very interesting to see what they do with that. Because the mice, they can hold a house if they want to, but they can't really get around, and that is very dangerous and tricky about using mice. So let's see. People are switched out a bit. And tanks are changing, but they still have like 37 seconds Lineup isn't changing overall though. But yeah, like I said, it will be very interesting to see what they do with this. 25 seconds left to go before we go into the match. First match of best of 3. Basically, the later games are much more fair. When you get to best of 5 or even best of 7. Or even best of 9. Because it's a lot less RNG dependent then. But here we go. Let's see what happens. And let's see. I do like this camo, it does look nice. And let's go over to the other side with the Legion boys. And we see Appa heading towards base B and C, whereas Legion is focusing on the A side. And funnily enough, it's Woods in the T22 that is going to overlook base C. I have a feeling Discord is having issues for people, because earlier we saw someone from Legion saying that their voice got disconnected. Whoops has been spotted. Base C is being kept. And we have NG now heading towards base A. Base B is being overlooked. Protected by Ninja. Lines of fire heading both ways. But Appa will have about a tank's advantage in points. And it will be up to Legion to make a move at some point. Because that's the thing, with them holding base B so securely, it will be difficult for Legion to grab that advantage. And Eggy in a perfect position here for an IS-4, making it very hard to get any damage into him. Zerd passing by behind. Kironika getting spotted. Basically the T-22 is holding the spawn, making sure that no one is going to sneak up behind them. Nice blind shot in the bush there, but no, well, between the houses I should say. But there's no one actually there. And we have the E5s. Zerd being very forwards here. They have to expect that someone is there though. And they do. Zerd arriving. Taking a hit, but pulling back, bouncing a little bit. That's the beauty of the E5. It can bounce a lot. It is a very tricky tank. Perfect heavy him. But he has to be careful not to get shot too much here. Oof, taking another hit. But Jennifer having to pull back is taking quite a few hits here. Thomas arriving. Taking out Jennifer. Taking a little bit of a hit back. But the first tank from Appa is gone. And that is beautifully done. E5's holding T-22s at the back. Object 3 in this E5. Not necessarily getting rushed, but not being left alone either. I think they're kind of hoping that people are going to cross over. Thomas taking a bit of a hit there. Legion moving in. Focus on Kironika. Mouse is there. Angie. Kironika losing more and more HP. There you go. Second gun from Appa is gone. Angie not looking too healthy. Basically we have Thomas and Zerd being set upon on one side. Angie pulling back. Thomas has been taken out. Marcinek not looking too healthy. And there he goes. Angie still alive. Zerd and Juicy going after Lionel. And this is basically what I meant with the downsides of taking mice. The weakness of the mice is of course the mobility. Lionel not looking too healthy. Zerd taking it. Ninja has been taken out. Only Lionel And now there's only Marcio left. And this is the thing, with them getting around so slowly, they were not able to protect their teammates all that well. Not when it's this close quarters. And there we go, with exactly 1k points as Marcio is taken out. Legion takes home the first match of this matchup. And look at the difference in damage. That is literally twice the amount of damage on Legion's side than on Appa's side here. Because like I said, the mice can hold very well, but if you get like a sort of rush like we saw just now, it is a very tricky thing, and then mice become more or less a bit of a liability rather than a strength. 1.5 minutes left to go before we go into the second match of this best of 3. And then we can see what they do. If Legion is going to take this home 2-0. Or whether Appa is going to take a game as well. This is funny. So Dan just said, always the same Q tanks people use. But that's the thing. That's the meta of this season. The meta differs per map, but it also differs per season. And right now, you have more advantage using the mobility that the E5 gives. Well, basically the all-round thing that the E5 gives, together with those consumables. And together with speed. And the T22 medium is still a very troll medium. So yeah, we have Appa ready in a Vigors, an IS-4, 2 mice, a T22 medium and 2 E5s. And they're going to go up against an AMX 50B, 2 IS-4s, 2 T22 mediums and 2 E5s. But right now, basically people are using pretty generic lineups. We're not basically, as the Dutch saying would go, seeing the back of their teeth. Basically they're not showing their ace games, they're not showing their trump cards and everything. And they honestly don't need to. So let's see. Here we go into the second match. And let's see what's going to happen this time around. Up, up and away. Exactly what Wolf says. Just shows which tanks suit the tournament meta at the moment. Because you need mobility, but you also need armor. You need to find the balance per map, but also for your team. Because Appa is sticking to their mice, whereas Legion is sticking to their much more mobile tanks. But now Appa is holding way more in the middle. And Jennifer might be in big trouble here. Jennifer getting spotted. And basically getting rushed here. Running away. But getting hit time and again. Legion is playing very aggressively here. Not necessarily going for a B cap. The T22s are set upon Jennifer there. Almost gone. There he goes. That is the first one gone. And basically Appa is going after the AMXs. Or at least after Object 3. Kiro, seriously. These names though. The IS-4 with Sin is almost gone. Marcio has been taken out already. Appa is 2 guns behind. Object 3 does not have that much HP. But still, there goes Sin. Moikar in the middle. Even with Object 3 being as unhealthy as he is, he's still getting the shots in. Marcinek being absolutely obliterated here. This is the focus fire. That is just beautiful to watch. We have Lionel left. Eggy has been taken out. Basically the 2 mice are left. Again, the 2 mice are left. But they do not have the ability to hold against this onslaught. I basically want to show you both. But I can only focus on one. Ninja pushing in, wanting to get at least a kill. But he's taken out before that happens. And Lionel, the last one left. Thomas missing that shot for some reason. Or maybe it was some sort of salute. Lionel still alive. And it's actually Object 3 with only 8 health points left. That's taking him out. Again, beautiful game. That focus fire is just on point. And again, the mice were the weakness here. They had the armor, but not the speed, not the mobility, as in being able to turn their tanks and turn their turret and get things done. So beautiful game. Very fast game as well. So that is the third matchup for tonight up and over. And let's see. We don't know who we're up against yet. Next bot we have 20 minutes to do so. So that means that I can show you a replay or two. Let's see, what have I got for you? I got another game by Matt Butterfly. Let's see. Another one in the E1 with the same pretty camo. But yeah, I like the meta this season, so far at least. Because even though you see a mixture of E5s and IS4s and T22s, but you also see the Vickers and you see the Sheridan and the AMX 50B and the E3 and the 268, there's plenty of tank choices being made, and I like that. That just means that it's not that predictable. Oof, he missed that. HE is something to keep in mind. It always flies slower. So whereas the basically the bullet speed of the APCR is incredible on the oof, nice. Is incredible on the E1 and the Sheridan. HE is slower, so that is the downside of using it. So let's see, we know that there's a Sheridan there. So he has to be careful. He is being quite forward, so I like that. He's also not depending on missiles, so I like that too. Big hit into the Sheridan there. But he has to be careful not to pull out into the line of fire of the mouse. And to hopefully get another shot in. There we go. Ram killed the knight, but still. They're actually getting in each other's way here. Let's see, he is getting hit there. And there you go, pretty solid missile. And there goes the mouse. Let's see. Basically, the enemy team is capping all the bases. That's a bit tricky. He is dealing quite nice damage, but that's also that the E1 does so much damage per shot. It's insane. That I think he did that on purpose, to be honest. He drove into that shot on purpose. Three enemies left. But the enemy has two bases at 750 points, so that's the risk. Oof, that bounced though. They kind of need to keep them from getting the from winning on points. There you go. And they kind of do definitely need to get those bases here. But he seems to be the only one thinking about that. Sheridan not looking too healthy, but still at the moment still surviving. 905 points for the Redstone, so he has to be very careful with that. And they absolutely have to be kept from capping that base. There you go, just in time. He is the last one left though. So they should potentially win this. Nice fire to finish it off. 4.6k damage, 2 bases capped but relatively late. Nice little ace there. 1565 base XP. A little bit of assisted damage as well. Let's see. What else have I got for you? Honestly, I have so many replays, which is a good thing. Not gonna lie. Let's actually play this one. I just wish I could see what was what. Ooh, a Vegas game. I like that. So let's see. Vegas is one of the tanks that I grinded pretty quickly with the ×5 things that we had when the line had just come out. Ah, thank you, Bubblegum Pink. Apparently, Sin Gironica stands for director's son. I'm probably raping the whole pronunciation, to be fair, but still. Oof, nice. And he doesn't even fix his fire. Oh my god. Love it when that happens. Too bad he can't hit him again. Nope. That's the thing though, if you fire a blind shot, you can see whether or not you have actually hit anything, because otherwise the shot will vanish into thin air. There's 268. That is a very derpy shot because he was putting back. 4202. There you go, nice little track shot. Honestly, I need to play the Vic. Oof! That is just the damage though. He is getting hurt quite badly here though. Nice. I need to play the Vickers again more. I basically only tested it and then I got stuck on the Vickers CR, which is just OPSF. Or at least it used to be. So I've been playing that before, but then I kind of lost interest and started playing other tanks. I'm sort of like a tank connector. There you go. Aim carefully. Nope. Denied. And he's not spotted. That's the beauty of this. Aim for the cheeks. He is wiggling like a pro though. Just not pro enough. Oof. That was expensive. There goes the VK. He's been taken out. 3 enemies left. Some nice assisted damage up for grabs there potentially. Oof, nice little fire. And he can't seem to fix it. Cheeky. 2 enemies left. That assisted damage though, that's beautiful. Very nicely done. And there we go. And now only the object 140 is left. And he doesn't stand a chance. There you go. Hamster taking him out. Nice ace. Camper medal, to be fair, but also a scouting medal. And camping meta was purely because of the fact that he used the rock and used his teammates as a holding line basically to take it. He was not camping, but it is the camper medal. 1611 basic speed, beautiful game. 3.3k assisted damage, lovely. So let's see what's happened in the rest. And these are the top 4 that we have. Legion, EG, Raid and Win, so that's gonna be beautiful. Legion versus EG next. Oof, that's a match of the Titans. I'm going to love that. And we have Raid versus Win on the other side then. I believe that all streamers are going to go through to the finals because we've been attached to the bracket rather than the team. And that's a good thing, of course, but that also means that we will have 4 streamers in the finals. Streaming the same match. But offering 4 different perspectives and commentaries, so that's going to be funny. Actually pressed away too quickly because I want to see exactly. Okay, I can show you one more replay because it starts at 35, which means that we have 6 minutes before we go into the next game. So let's start with this one, see what happens. That name though. AMX 50B game. One of the tanks that generally makes its appearance together with another tank in tournaments, but last match we saw Object 3 as a singular AMX 50B and it worked out beautifully for him. Even though he almost got absolutely wrecked straight away, he actually did get the last kill and he did survive, and he was such an interesting target to the enemy that on its own is a whole different function. So let's see. This is a tank, I'm still grinding for it. I've not been in any rush to get it because, I don't care enough. He's not even aiming. He's not even using auto-aim here. Well, he's using auto-aim. He's not, like, using sniper mode. That's the word I was looking for. And now he's reloading his clip. Always a good choice. Pulling back, though. The Dark Knight has made an appearance here. That is nice team play. I like it when you can like double tag someone like that. I say it is almost gone. Let's see. This is the thing, when you have a clip you always have to wonder what push you're gonna do. There you go, nice teamwork again. They have to be careful, they have to start dealing with that E100 now. Oof, that hurt. And now he's reloading his clip again, so he has to be careful. He also has to be careful not to block that STI because his STI is his best friend. And the Sheridan only has 1 HP left and has had only 1 HP left for a while now, so that's actually very commendable. But there goes the Sheridan. Will he get it? Nope, but he does. There you go, nicely done. 4.2k damage already. Oof, that was painful. He has to be careful with his shots. There you go. There's an IS-8 behind there. HE? No, he's not risking it. Nice little bounce. There you go, well done. 1 shot left. And there we go, now he's reloading his clip again. They're actually noticing what he's doing, I like that. after the Sheridan first. Or maybe not. No, Sheridan's not going to survive this. There you go. 5.6k damage. There we go. Well done. 5.8k damage, 4 kills. Beautiful game. Beautiful teamwork. I love that. It's only in first class, but this definitely deserves to be an ace. 1481 base XP. I love it when you have teamwork together like that in a game. Beautiful. So yeah, now in a minute or so, the room invite will be up, so I won't be showing you another replay. I'm just taking a bit of my drink here. That's the only downside. When you're streaming like this, I mean, I've been streaming for 1 hour and 44 minutes now. We still have a bit to go, about 2 rounds more. And while it's all fun and games, it does literally parch your throat. So let's see. In a little bit we will have the room invite, and then we can continue watching what you're actually coming here for, which is the tournament games. So it is beautiful purple camo on my E6. Kind of want that on my main as well, but I have the other camo. But yeah. Overall, let's have a look what is in the store right now. Well, actually the E6 is in the store. Don't gamble. It's honestly, it's not too bad, but it's a 25% drop chance, but it's still a 1 in 4 chance only, which means that there's a 3 in 4 chance that you only get 7.5k gold. So yeah. We have, of course, the battle passes, Blitz bundle, Soviet invasion, crate tanks, all of these. 1122 is actually quite a nice tank. Pretty much all the tanks are, to be honest, but still. That's actually what did I miss? Oh, here they are. The Chimera, the SU 130 PM, both I like both of them. This is with the tournament coins. I haven't actually been paying attention to that much. And there we go, tournament room. And there is Every on the other side. If you haven't subscribed to him yet, definitely do so, because he is absolutely lovely, great at tournaments, very chill at doing it, which is for me something that I really enjoy. Because as much as I love Bushka and I know that he can make emptying a dishwasher sound interesting, he's way too hype for me and I find it exhausting to watch. But yeah, Every is very chill at it and he's knowledgeable. He's incredibly OP as a player and just great fun. There's a police car driving by, so you'll probably hear that a little bit, but hey. And there we go. 4 minutes left to go before we go into the match. We are starting it off on Hannes. Hannes looks like this. You have 3 bases, base A and B. Yeah, well, basically I talked about this before, but base A and B are close together. Base C is far removed. But you have to be careful with that because position-wise base C is stronger, but you have to dominate 2 bases and that can make base A and B look very interesting. But as you saw earlier, for Ivy it did not work out well, but they didn't hold and they didn't push, they did a bit of both and that went very wrong. So yeah, that is the map that we will be starting on. And we still have just over 3 minutes left to go before we go into the actual first match. Chat has fallen absolutely quiet. And here we go, Legion filing in. Whereas EG is already completely there and almost completely ready up with 3 E5s, potentially an STB, nice for a T22 medium object 140. So that's an interesting combination of tanks, at least combination of medium tanks. We've not seen the object 140 being used much. And there we go, STB has been changed for a T22 medium. And at this stage you have to keep in mind that we will not be seeing the best of the games that these teams have to offer. It's not going to be super pressure and everything, because there's no use for that. Basically the thing is that if you reach top 8 in all these tournaments, it's all good. You're going to be through to the top 8. So you don't have to worry about that. So you're top 4 now, so that's enough. You don't need to get much further than that. So let's see. And there we go. EG deciding on 3 E5, sorry. A T22 and IS4, another T22 and a Vickers. And they're going to go up against an AMX 50B, a T22 medium, 2 E5s, and potentially 3 IS4s. So that's a very different lineup than what we saw before. But that was versus win, of course. But it will be interesting to see what they're going to do with that. And if they're going to go for base C or whether or not they're going to just hold. 1 minute 20 seconds left to go before we go into the match, and there we go, another AMX 50B has made its way. This is what I mean. Usually you see them together because they will stick together and then they will clip someone, and that basically evaporates the whole tank. And like with the mice, there's a strength to it and a weakness. The strength is that you can basically dish out shots quite quickly. The weakness is that after that you're basically stuck with 2 tanks that basically won't be able to shoot people again for quite a while. 50 seconds left to go. Legion is still changing its lineup. Apparently not entirely certain what they're gonna take. But there's still 40 seconds to decide, so that's plenty of time left. And we see a lot of IS4s now rather than just E5s. 25 seconds left. And here we go, 2 AMX 50Bs, a T22, 2 IS4s and 2 E5s. So that seems to be the definite lineup that they're sticking with. And here we go, countdown clock is beginning. And we go into the match right about now. So let's see. This is the camo that I have. I believe that's the 6-year camo. It looks really nice. But I do actually like the purple one better, to be honest. And of course, that camo, it looks fantastic. So we have 2 ice creams right now, which makes it a bit hard to commentate on them. Especially since one is using capital I and the other one is using a small L. But both EG and Legion are focusing primarily on the base C side. Orca going for a cap, but we have NG on the other side that is going for a base B cap and potentially pushing through to base A. He can do so quite nicely. That was a car alarm, always nice. Orca still attempting to cap, but now pulling back. Not daring to stay there. But now attempting to cap again. No, he's not. He's just getting a shot in. EG pushing. And basically EG is clustered together there, which is pretty dangerous. Radicals is on his own. He is being picked out. He is pushing on. He's going after Orca. Nico Lade is almost gone already. Basically, Nico is almost gone. He's protected by Carolade here. Radicals is gone. Orca is gone. Juicy is now in trouble. Whoopsie is reloading, but almost gone. Nicolade's still alive. He survived for way longer than I thought he would. Carolade getting shot now. Whoopsie, oof, getting that hit in. Vanessa is gone. Juicy not looking too healthy. Basically, we're just entering a brawl stage here. And Juicy is almost gone. There we go. It is 4 versus 3. Whoopsie, full clip. But not looking too healthy. And Object 3 basically meaning that he got killed. He did not need to die. Object 3 wanted to get that shot here, and he does get that. But now he's reloading his whole clip, which means that he's not going to survive. He is running off. Thomas wanting to avoid that happening. But there he goes. And now Thomas is the only one left. He is going after Ice Cream. But there's not much he can do here. He gets another shot in. But with versus these two guns, EG takes home the first match. And look at that. 6k damage. I mean, yes, tournament damage does not a player make, to be honest, because this is a team game and you can be equally effective doing 0 damage as you can be doing 6k damage, depending on your positioning. But 6k damage in a tournament game is pretty exceptional. You don't see that very often. Less than 3 minutes for the game itself. Pretty quick game. Pretty lovely game, to be honest, even though it was more like a brawl and not played very patiently, more like, let's just go in. And that is basically what I meant when I said we're not going to be seeing the pro tactics yet from these guys. And here we go, EG has readied up with 3 E5s, a Vickers, 2 T22 mediums and an IS-4. And they're going to go up against 3 E5s, a T22 medium, 2 IS-4s and potentially an MX-50B, but I do expect Whoopsie to change that into a different tank. He has 45 seconds left to do so. So let's see. Question is, of course, what exactly he will be taking instead. Because that is what I meant with the weakness of the AMXs. Yes, they can clip someone, but they have to clip someone and then they are useless for quite a while. And of course the AMX is not exactly known for its armor. And there we go, he's switched to a T22 medium and now both teams are ready for the second match of this best of 3. And it will decide whether EG is going through to the grand finals or Legion is. And the other one will go through to the match for the 3rd place. And here we go, countdown clock is there. And we are entering the game. Let's see. It's confusing, the name thing though. I mean, E7 did it earlier this year in Spring Season. They had like the weirdest names, couldn't even pronounce them, but we had like Midics and Medics and Mudocs and Modocs and everything. So let's see, EG going towards base C entirely. Legion being a bit more patient, going a bit more towards the middle, splitting up a little bit. Whoops now going towards base A. General capping in the Vickers, but he's likely not going to be getting away with that. Winch is there with him. They could potentially cap it together though, and they do. No damage having been done, missed shots all around. That looks good on the T22 as well, that camo. Basically, both teams have a base, but EG kept it a little bit earlier. And Carolade is just like casually going in for it. What is this patient thing you speak of? We see sandbags. Radikos seems to be the preferred target. Ice Cream chilling, losing a lot of HP there. But so does Radikos. Thomas going after Ice Cream there. Carolade being ignored. Legion is just pushing in. EG is pushing in. We are entering the brawl stage again. And we are looking at a giant fuckfest. So let's see. Whoopsie going after Ice Cream chilling. There goes Ice Cream chilling. Carolade not looking too healthy. Radikos has been taken out. There goes General. There goes Whoops and there goes Juicy. And there goes Carolade. Basically, these are not the most interesting games because there's hardly any tactic to it. We just enter brawl and just see what happens. Winch getting tracked there. NG getting basically massacred and bullied. There we go. Angie and Winch are both gone. Nicolade almost gone. Vanessa not looking too healthy. It is 3 versus 2, but Vanessa is not too healthy looking. Oof, that fire though. He survives, if barely. And Thomas and Object 3 are getting in each other's way. And Vanessa is going to be gone. There you go. Object 3 getting tracked. Not healthy at this stage. Especially not when you have a tank behind you. Oof, that hit though. HP wise it is not that far apart. EG has a slightly at HP advantage. Now they also have a gun advantage. And again Thomas is the last one left. And we have IS-4 versus IS-4 versus E5. E5 of course is going to be gone. Ooh, no he's not. Thomas missed that shot. And now Thomas is in trouble here. And he is taken out by Orca. And EG takes it home. With a 2-0. Like the wolf said, straight in for blood. Same thing on the second game. And EG taking it home. But leaking is through to the match for the third match. And I'm fairly certain that I will be going into following EG now. Because I'm text to the bracket rather than the team. But like I said, we will like have 4 streamers in the grand finals then. So let's see, how is the raid versus win going? That is still going. Wrong one. Nope, go back. Um, 9:07, so that's 25 minutes from now. And Legion, because I'm never quite sure. I never want to assume. I think that's as soon as the other one is over. So I'm just going to wait a little bit to see what happens here. And whether or not we get a room invite for that rather than the grand finals. Because I'm not entirely certain how that happens. So in the meantime, I do believe this is the wrong one. Super Conqueror does have a... Oh, that does look good, not gonna lie. There you go. Perks of having a press account. It does look very colourful. I like this side a lot better than that side though. I don't like the white and red stripes. It just doesn't fit as much. This looks awesome though. But yeah. It never gets easier. But to be fair, with all the carrying you need to do in order to win a match these days. Oof. But yeah. I'm just waiting to see what happens in the other battle before I decide whether or not to show you a replay. Because I don't want to accidentally miss the invite or something. So they're still going. They're just entering the second match as well, I believe. They're on Fugit stream. But yeah, I prefer this tank by far. This camo, I like... Camos don't need to be, whatchamacallit, realistic for me. I like it more when they're colourful. Let's see, I don't have the paintball, but just look. This just looks... It's so funny. It's like a knitting pattern. With tanks. So I like that. You have, of course, the koi and everything. And I like this one and... No, this one not so much, but still. A lot of camos look good in this tank. So yeah. As for the E5, I do absolutely love the tank. I like the E6 better, but E5 is really good. And I think the most important part is to just always wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Because that makes you... The hull that you have is pretty troll because of the shape that it has. So if you keep wiggling, you keep throwing off people's... Well, not necessarily their aim, but they're more likely to bounce even on your weak spots, basically. So let's see, do we know yet? Nope. Maybe they know. I'm not sure which updates sooner. But hey, we've got time. We've got plenty of time. And we just need to be a little bit patient here. Let's see. Figured stream going well. If you watched from the beginning, you should have all the rewards now. So that's nice as well. And that's a joy. I'm not actually... I don't have the Queen stream. So I can be a bit naughty in my language right now. A little bit. Not like left and right and all of that, but just a little bit. But yeah. Let's see. Basically, this is the boring part. This is why I prefer to let you just watch replays. They're still going. Which possibly means that they're getting a tiebreaker. Just grabbing my iPad right now to see what happens. Because right now, it looks like on Fugit's stream, 930 points for win. So they look like they've been taking this this game, but it's not entirely certain. And they need a base. Basically, it's the battle of the bases. They're capping each other's base and everything. That makes it quite funny to watch. But Win does have the second game. So I'm not sure what happened with the first one. And that's, of course, the question. Ooh, they're up against Win. So that we know they're having a tiebreaker. And the tiebreaker is decided in Raid's favor then. So they're in 4 minutes. They're going into the game. We didn't get an invite for that, so we are going to the grand finals. And that means it's EG versus Raid, so that's going to be fun as well. But it also means that I can show you some replays now. So let's see, what else have I got for you? I got another replay from Jochem. I'm not quite sure which one I showed though. If it's the same one, I'll just switch. No, it's a different one. Object 268. So let's see. This was my second tier 10. And I absolutely love it. It's a great tank. It's still a very great tank. Only starting by being AFK. That's generally not a good thing though. There we go, he woke up. Let's see where he's going to go. Ooh, there's an E6 there. Let's see. But yeah, the first line I ever went down was the Yege. And I absolutely loved it. And basically I wanted it because it sounded, the gun, it just sounded so awesome. So I went for that. There you go. Oof, big hit. But as I was doing that, Xenodium, the guy that I tuned with a lot at the time, a very OP player now, one of the nicest people I've met in the game as well, he was grinding the 268. And it's actually because of him that I wanted it too, because he was driving the tanks in that line while I was driving the tanks in this line. That is just mean, honestly. Bully spaghetti. But yeah, that is what made me grind the 268 as my second tank. After that I went for the E3, because that was also a TD. And then we got the E4 in game, so I grinded that as well as the fourth line. So that was actually my first turreted line, the E4 line. I do not know why you did that, Nick. Nick2_5 just said, why the hell did I just write a 2-page essay about my life story in What Blitz? I don't know why you would do that. Let's see. That is a very juicy E75 there. And he missed. That's always a good thing. Nice bounces. He just has to be careful of the 1-2-1 though. There we go. Just lining some casual shots up and being missed here, so that's a good thing. There, you're really getting in each other's way here. There you go, E1 has been taken out. We know where the other two are. Oh, nice one! That was a very nice hit, and a high roll at that. E75 has arrived. Casual shot. He does take a hit in turn. And there we go, now only the 183 is left. And we know where he was lost at. And he missed. You heard something nearby breaking. So we know where he is. Or at least we know that he just fired. So let's see, where did the 183 go? Probably pull back behind the hill. Let's see. Oh, there he is. And then he bounces. He's not even fixing at this stage. And there we go. 6.3k damage. And the T-54 drowned himself. Because why ever not? First class, 6.3k damage, high caliber. Lovely game. I love it when TDs play forwards. 1340 base XP. A little bit of assisted damage. A very lovely game. Let's see, what else have we got? We got a game from Mugu. So let's watch that as well. T62A. One of the less appreciated tanks at the moment. I enjoy driving other tanks so much more right now. It's a great tank, especially with the OP gun depression and everything. I just like driving other tanks better. So let's see, here we go. Let's see what he's going to do. Dun 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 dun. Like I said, the gun depression is totally OP. And that means the T62A can do absolutely wonderful things. He is spotted though, so he has to be careful, even with the bush. No, you can't actually shoot him. Oof. That was an E1 hit. Nice cheeky shot there though. Especially early on in the game, when you don't know exactly where everyone is. I always would be very careful when it comes to spotting and not repositioning when she gets spotted. Let's see. He's been quite forwards. Nice little shot there. So he has to be careful. I mean, the E4 pushed forwards. Nice fire. No, don't stop capping the base. probably need that. Oof, juicy e4, but... There we go, teamwork. Ooh, he has to be careful, you don't want to get clipped by an AMX. There you go, well done. There we go. Well done. Yes, be careful with the E75. Oh, that definitely helps. Because now you can cap the base and just casually shoot the Jäger from behind. And there we go. Chieftain doing good work here as well. Chris Johnson just asked, favorite tier 7 or tier 6 tank? Tier 6 tank would definitely be the Fury. Tier 7 depends a bit more on my mood, but probably the Dracula. Oof. Now they just kind of have to protect the bases. I just go for it. The other guy doesn't seem to be near them. Let's see. He has to be careful not to drive at the 268 there. There you go, well done. Oof. But you should definitely have this though. Very well done. 7.2k damage. Beautiful. Absolutely love it. Quick thinking also with the base cap and everything. Beautiful. These are the kind of games I love to show every day. And look at this, their team. Look at the donuts. Chieftain also, excellent teammate, doing very well together. I don't think I can click his name though, because they're not EU, they're Asia. Very well done. But yeah, let's have a quick look at tier 6. Definitely, yeah, tier 6 definitely Fury, my favorite tank there. Small term also great. I do love the MT25 as well. And the Victory. For the rest, not so much. The rest is Strijdwagen is also nice. And then you have this. Ooh, there's some more tanks that I love there. I do like the Smasher. I love the Edelweiss. I love the Dracula, the Hafen. Seriously, it's not a great tank, but it just looks so cute. It's one of the cutest tanks in the game, in my opinion. Let's see, AMX 1357 and 1375, like both of those. Type 62, of course, a great tank. 1858 is one of my first premium tanks. I don't like it anymore though. Let's see, what else have we got that I like. The Rudy is a great tank. And let's see. T29 is lovely. T23 E3 is, well, the reload is special nowadays, so yeah, do love that. But back to my E6, but those would be my favorite tier 6 and 7s. Mostly premiums, not gonna lie, but still. So let's see, in about any moment now we should get a room invite. There you go, timing. Every doing the same thing as me, waiting for the room invite when it's about to come. And just readying up straight away, I like that. So we have Raid versus EG for the grand finals. So that's gonna be fun. And I'm waiting for 2 more spectators here. Yeah, like I said before, I will ask Wargaming about the clanless guy participating. Not sure how that goes and whether or not that's allowed or not. So let's see. I'm waiting for my fellow spectators and commentators. It's gonna be fun though. We're going to start off on Desert Sands, so let's have a quick look at that. Looks like this one of the older maps. I also miss old Desert Sands. They used to be so fun. Very campy, but very fun. And the desert site was more fun. And not as camp fragile, let's put it that way. But basically you have 3 bases. Base A in the desert, which for me still has the better positioning around it. And B and C in the town. B, if you can get an early B cap, it can be very cheeky. But it is very dangerous as well, and base C is much more protected, but it also means that you can basically hug a building on both sides and your enemy team won't be able to cap it, but neither will you. So that is what we are starting off with in this best of 3. There you go. What wants help and made it in. Fugit is not there yet, but he should be up there soon as well. Basically, EG has now completely readied up with 3 T22 mediums, a Vickers, 3 E5s and an FT. You don't see the FT being used all that often, but it is a very fun TD. So it will be fun to see how it performs here, and I always wonder why people would prefer this over the 268 and or the Grill. Because those are the TDs you mostly see these days. Well, E3s of course, but E3 is like a heavy without a turret. So that's somewhat different. And on raid side we see potentially 5 E5s, the Vickers and the IS4. So that is a very interesting lineup. But like I said, these are not the pro tactics. Fugit is not here yet. I do hope he actually makes it in time, but he should. Just going to keep scrolling. But yeah, 2 minutes left to go before we go into the game. And then we will see what is going to happen. At this stage it's just all for fun. As long as they keep getting into the top 8 per second day tournament, they will make it into the top 8 at the end. And there we go, Fugit has arrived as well. And now we're all set, except for Drizzle, I'm going to assume. Having all the names start with raid is great, but it does make it a little bit difficult to guess who's who. 1 minute and 17 seconds left to go before we go into the game. And then we see what they do. It's only a best of 3, anything can happen. But we're just going to have fun with it and not take things too seriously. Everyone is ready up. The only thing not ready yet is the game itself. Let's see, 42 seconds. This is basically the boring part, as I've said before. Not much happens. And we are all just waiting for the game to actually begin. But just half a minute left to go. And then we start the final 2 or 3 games of the evening. I'm actually curious to see what's going to be the standing of the cups later on. I mean, of course, I have my own favorite teams that I want to have in the top 8, but there's never really any telling whether or not that's actually going to happen. But here we go. Let's see, gorgeous camo on this tank, looks so good. And here we go with so many E5s. But there are plenty of E5s all around. There's 9 in total. You have 2 Vigors in total. An IS-4, 2 T22 mediums, and the rest is all E5s. And we have Blaster going into the middle. General spotting Blaster doing this. Blind shots happening, but no one is there. Blaster's going into the middle, not actually capping base B. And General is relocating. All of EG is in the desert though. And that can prove to be very interesting, because Raid is also holding in the town, but that puts them at a gun disadvantage in the desert. The question is, will they notice that in time? Blaster taking a bit of a shot. We have General and Ice Cream chilling, crossing over. Probably expecting people to be here, but they're not. But now we have General potentially going into for base C, sorry. And that can be very dangerous. He is turning around as they spot Timon. There we go. A bit of fire happening. Few shots, very little damage being done. Winch now moving into base A. Noob Eater taking a bit of damage, but EG is grabbing a point advantage by grabbing that base. And that's a very important thing. Let's see. EG is pushing, but not completely so. I think they underestimated the amount of tanks that are here. Drizzle bouncing a nice shot there. Ice Cream chilling. Basically EG is moving in, but it can be dangerous to do this. Raid is coming, and they're coming fast. Sandbags are being brought out. Noob Eater is the preferred target. Or perhaps Drizzle is. OG is also losing a lot of HP very quickly. Ice Cream chilling is almost gone, but he does take out Drizzle there. Ice Cream chilling not going to be long for this world. He survives another round though. And he gets another shot in. OG Project not looking too healthy. There goes Timon. There goes OG. There goes Ice Cream chilling and Noob Eater. Only 3 raid guys left. And Nicolate has been taken out. Sick is being bullied by 5 tanks. JP is attempting to run off. And here we go. JP not even trying to be careful here, just going straight on in and getting murdered for it. And Blaster basically giving up here. Basically just standing there letting himself get shot. And there he goes. And EG has the first match. Like I said, I would not be expecting a lot of serious gameplay at this stage. But fun for this game. Sort of like patient build up and then not so patient anymore. 1.5 minutes left before we go into the second match of this best of 3. Let's see. Raid readying up in again those tons and tons of E5s. 5 of them, 1 IS-4 and 1 Vigors. First is a very different lineup appearing on EG side this time around. We see 2 T22 mediums, 2 113s, 2 E5s and a Sheridan. I mean, I'm presenting this as if it's something serious, but it's really not. It's just for fun at this stage, which is fine. I mean, the real serious gameplay will come much later in the tournament, at least after this tournament series actually, but more in the professionals. Because that is different. So let's see, 40 seconds left to go before we go into the match. Oh, and one of the 113s has been changed to an IS-4. So we see 2 T-22 mediums and 113, 2 E5s and IS-4 and a Sheridan on EG's side. So let's see. 20 seconds left to go. Hello everyone that just came into the chat. Hope you're all doing well and staying healthy and safe and everything. Hello Mel. Hope your beautiful granddaughter is fine. I'm seeing so many pictures and she just looks absolutely gorgeous. And here we go. Into the second match of this matchup. Potentially the last match of the evening. But we shall see. Here we go. Right, focusing on the desert side, but basically doing the same thing as last time. EG focusing on the desert side as well. We have Winch and JP. We see lines of fire happening, but no damage being done just yet. Winch. Oof, taking a bit out. Ice cream chilling. Losing a little bit of HP there. Missile. And again, no pen. Base B being taken. Stick being very cheeky here. And Winch is going into A as a result. But the question is, will he be able to decap base B? No, they're not even trying. In general, taking it into him though, and another one. Sick being set upon. In general, being in a very forward position that can be potentially very dangerous. I mean, at this stage, not really throwing a game just yet. But now, EG seems to be pushing. Not quite committing to it though. They're shooting Drizzle quite a bit here. Drizzle's the primary target, but so is Carolade, who is not looking too healthy. And we've entered the brawl stage. Carolade has been taken out. There goes Drizzle. OG Project. Potentially next in line. Oof, JP getting another hit into him. Basically HP finishing all around. Blaster not looking too healthy either. They're not even trying to focus on the gun straight in front of them. General still alive, if barely. Noob Eater still alive. There goes Blaster. There goes Noob Eater. Orca taken out now. Temon not looking too healthy either. JP holding the train tracks, but not able to do much from there. And there goes Winch. There goes Temon. It is 4 guns versus 3 guns. General not looking too healthy, but basically keeping JP at bay. There goes OG Project. There goes JP. And now there's only Stick left, who is putting back the brave man, the captor base. Being taken out by Nicolade, and EG takes home the evening. So there we go, that is all the matches for this evening. EG taking home the victory in less than 3 minutes now. Basically, like I said, don't assume these games were serious. They were really not. But they were fun, and that's all that matters. So let's see what happened in the battle for 3rd place. Legion taking it home from win. So this is the top 4 as they are. But like I said, it's all about the top 8. And basically, if you consistently get into the top 8, then yes, you will reach the top 8 after this. So that means that these guys have some serious battling to do. I'm surprised at Loka here, honestly. Well, of course, they met Raid straight away, which is a tricky thing. But that kind of makes their position difficult. And they have a very strong team. So we'll be curious to see what they do in future matches and who they are lined up against then. So basically, that is it for me tonight. Apparently, this is lovely. Just look at this. Yeah. Basically, on the figured stream, we might all join a voice with him and just talk over the matches and everything. So I might still see you there. But for now, this is it for me. Thank you all for watching. Thanks all my lovely moderators for modding the chat for me. And I will be back on Wednesday to stream more. So stay healthy, stay safe, and have a good evening all. Bye bye!